Hi,
Okay,
Sam.
Luciano.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you blew my eardrums. What's up?
Oh, sorry, man. My bad. Not much. Pleasure to be speaking with you. Thank you for your time.
What's the background?
Italian Christian.
Okay, Paisan. Go ahead.
So, a little bit of background for context. I've been dating this girl for about a year and a half. The
Why?
last six, because I love her. She's got good qualities.
And so, what is your religion?
She's Japanese. She's agnostic.
And what are you?
I'm a Christian.
Yeah, you're in sin already. You're not supposed to be in love with someone who's not a believer.
Oh, my follow-up question was gonna be, am I allowed to marry her? Because I want to do things right
Well,
with God. No?
1 Corinthians chapter 15, 33. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, 14, 18. So what you just did was you went out with a Japanese woman. She's in love with you. You're in love with her.
Mhm.
Only now to either break Jesus's heart or break her heart. So why would you do that to her?
See, I wasn't as close to Jesus as I am now back then. So that's
Yeah.
why I wanted to ask.
So
What? But
this is
okay.
the
So
dilemma. But
sorry.
before you go on,
Yeah.
understand the dilemma. You now want to follow Jesus and love Jesus,
Right.
and yet she's obviously, because she comes from a wonderful culture.
Yeah.
Japanese culture is very traditional. It's like the way Bible times were and how we're supposed to be. Very respectful, women very dignified. They don't whore around. Very respectful. So I understand.
That's
There's
why I fell in love with her. Yeah.
exactly, but she doesn't believe in Jesus, right?
Nope.
She doesn't believe the God of the Bible, right?
Nope.
Now I want you to think why we can't live in the moment. We have to always think, what will my actions bring about in the future? The consequence of my actions. You have children. How are you going to raise your children?
That was exactly my thought. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And what do your children see? They see a Japanese mother with Japanese values that doesn't believe in the God of the Bible, and they see a father that believes in the God of the Bible. Were you going to risk your children's salvation? Because they'll probably grow up confused and not religious at all.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I don't know what you're going to do, man. One thing I
No.
can tell you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you were
Please.
saying.
Yeah. I asked her a few days ago if she was willing to get baptized and convert, but she said no. So that's why I
That's why
would.
I respect her more. You know, I respect her more.
Why?
Tell you why.
She told me the truth.
You know, she didn't want to just get baptized as a formality, but that shows you're in sin. You know why?
Hmm.
You're so desperate to get married, you're asking her if she's going to get baptized without her being convicted of the Christian faith. Who's being more Christ-like, her or you?
Her.
Yeah. See, it's all about you, man. Just get baptized so we can get married. Okay, let's say she did. You would now be complicit in her sin because she wouldn't be getting baptized from her heart. She'd be doing it to marry you. And you want God's blessing on you, knowing that she's going to get married just to get baptized, just to marry you, and that sin against God. I mean, the sacrament's not a joke, brother. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to find my way. Well, in my defense, although I don't deserve any, I try to make her understand that you're not going to get baptized because just to get married to me, but to follow the religion, Christianity, and Jesus.
Yeah, but you
But,
skipped all that.
yeah.
Instead of preparing her for a year and a half about the Catholic faith and the sacraments and who Jesus is, you want to just jump to baptism and start your Christian life. You should have been witnessing to her from day one. And I can't put you on the spot, so I don't want you to answer this. That's because you're going to have to go confess to your priest. I don't want
Okay.
to hear it, so don't say it publicly. But
Sure.
being a man, because I'm not stupid, I burn with lust. This is why I always tell people, if you're with someone, be convinced that's the person. Try to get married within a year, because the more you're with each other, the greater the temptation you're going to do stuff physically, kiss and touch and then sex. May God forgive us and have mercy on us.
Hmm.
Another thing, if you have done it, and I don't want to hear it, I'm not saying confess it.
I want. Yeah.
If you, in that 1 year, because now she fell in love with you, she trusts you, you crossed the line and you slept with her, you have blood on your hands for what you did to this young lady. I don't know if you did. Don't say yes or no.
I want.
Yeah, because that's between you and God. But you not only made a woman fall in love with you, because she's in love with you and you're in love with her, you also, if you did, I'm not saying, I'm speaking hypothetically,
Yeah.
you then crossed the line, fornicated, if you did, adding more sin to your situation. And let's say now she walks away. You've now dishonored her in the eyes of her culture.
Wow. Double sin. Wow.
Yeah, not don't confess, dude. Take
Yeah,
it easy. I'm not saying
yeah.
you did.
No, no, yeah, yeah. But
You were living for yourself. You were not living for the Lord.
that makes me feel like such a piece of crap. I thought I was like such a good guy. Little
What
did
is
I
a
know.
good guy, dude? What the hell? What, do you think this is good? Come on, man. You destroyed another human being's life out of your own selfish desires. Why? Because I want a good woman who's old fashioned, so I can then be at peace that she's not going to cheat on me. It's all about me. I. It was all about you. It was never about her.
Yeah.
You really shamed the Lord and you really broke this woman. So I don't know what to tell you, because to then walk away, you've devastated her. But to stay with her, you're going to get Jesus angry. So what I would do is
Yes.
I wouldn't get married.
Yep.
I would just pray, try to stay pure, and pray until she comes to faith. Because now, listen, if I were you, I'd say, look, I've already crossed the line with you if you did, and I love you, and I don't want to hurt you, but I can't marry you. I made a mistake that I could have waited for you to become Catholic, but I don't want to break your heart. So until you become Catholic, I'm not marrying anyone. And you and I, we can't cross the line, but we can't be husband and wife.
And if she's not willing to become a Catholic, then should I just walk away
If
now?
she, no, no, that's what I just said. Listen.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
You are guilty. You have blood on your hand. You broke this woman and dishonored her. What I'm saying is forget about marriage to anyone else. But at the same
Mm,
time, do not touch her until either she becomes a devout believer in Christ, you get married. So, what you're going to say, if you're listening,
yes.
I crossed the line. If you did, don't confess to me. Go to your priest. But I'm saying, I have dishonored you, not because I wanted to, because I love you. And you are the ideal woman for me because you are everything I want in a woman. But I can't marry you if you're not a Christian. And if you don't become a Christian, we're stuck here. But I'm not going to marry anyone else. And I'm not going to break your heart. I'm just going to pray and see if you become a Catholic, I'll marry you. But this is where I'm at. If she leaves you, if she says, well, I can't be in this relation, I'm leaving, then you're free.
I see.
But you do not go anywhere. I'm sorry, because I feel bad for her, because I have two daughters. I have two daughters. I'm thinking of her pain and shame you put her through. And now you want to bring her to Christ. I'm going to be thinking, what example of Christianity is this? The guy jumps in bed with me, takes away my. Just saying, I'm not saying, guys, he didn't say he did it. So don't. And now he's insisting I become Catholic. When he went out with me, he knew I wasn't Catholic. And he fell in love with me when I wasn't Catholic. Now I got to be Catholic. See, you're the hypocrite.
Wow.
Luciano, you're the hypocrite. You know that, right? Because
No,
if I
I
was
see it
her,
now.
yeah, because it's all about you. Oh, I need a godly woman, old-fashioned woman that can be safe when she's home. Because all these people out there, I see the women, they're like half naked, they're whoring around. I don't want that. So it's me.
The only reason why I asked her to do what I asked her to do was because in the past 6 months I've I've been getting closer to the Bible and to Christianity, and so I
Yeah.
guess I just pulled the trigger too quickly in asking her that. Because a
No,
year ago I wasn't thinking of
yeah.
doing. I thought I was doing good. I didn't think I was harming her,
No, you
but
were.
I definitely wasn't thinking of marrying under God's eyes, basically. You know what I mean? I was willing to get married. That it didn't really matter. She was a
Yeah,
good
when you were
person.
not religious, but then let me tell you something. Let's say you married her when you were not very religious, but then you got religious later on. It would have caused the same problems. Unless you were going to live all your life just being a nominal Catholic and not a devout Catholic and on your way to hell, at some point, even after marriage, if you got convicted and you became a devout Catholic, it would have caused problems in your marriage. Even later on, it would, because, all right, I'm now on fire for my faith and I want to go to the sacraments and I got a child I want to baptize. No, I don't want to baptize my children. I didn't marry a devout Catholic. I married some bum who didn't care about religion.
Yeah,
Either way, you would have created problems for yourself. This is why I say think future, kids. And
yeah.
then not only that, I want to get married, but I'm a Catholic and I have to do a sacramental marriage. But she's not Catholic. They're not going to give me a did not and even when you were a nominal Catholic, did not enter your mind?
Slightly, not as much as it did
This
now.
wasn't a big deal. Now, all I can tell you
How
is
do I
don't.
fix this, Sam? Then just
And no, this is what I just told you how to fix it.
yeah.
Okay,
No, no.
listen
I
one
wrote
more
it down.
time.
I wrote it down.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you one more time. You're gonna do everything you can to respect her and not touch her sexually. I don't know if you have.
Well,
Don't
she's
tell
in
me you have.
Japan now. We've been doing long distance for
Oh,
the past
long
six
distance. Okay.
months. So
So you're gonna tell her, I'm not going to marry you until you become Catholic, but at the same time, I'm not leaving you to move on to someone else because I made I done you great disrespect and harm by falling in love with you, falling in love with me, and now demanding that you become Catholic when you in the beginning went out with me when I wasn't devout Catholic. I know it's unfair of me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait and I'm going to pray that God will touch your heart and that you become convinced of Catholicism because I want to marry you. And until that happens, I'm going to remain single and celibate.
okay.
Now,
Yeah.
if she tells you I'm not going to wait, say you are free. If you don't want to wait because you're never going to become Catholic, I understand. You are free. Let her move away. Let her walk on.
Sounds good. Thank you for your time, Sam. Appreciate
Well,
it.
I hope, brother, you don't make this mistake. And I pray she comes to the faith and she fall because it's more about her salvation than anything.
But
But
that's
I
what I was
don't
trying
want her
to
to
do that for.
we should have done
Yeah,
in the beginning, brother. In the beginning.
I know. I know. I know.
Okay,
If
brother.
only, yeah, it is what it
This is
is.
now, this is what we call the consequences of our sin. God forgives, but he still lives those consequences as a way of disciplining and chastening you.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah. Thank you for your time, Sam. Appreciate it.